course, the dangerous thing with that is that even if consciously we don't listen to it, subliminally, our mind is so powerful, our mind sometimes takes it in, right? And it has an impact on our behavior. But yeah, tremendous song there by Connix. These days, he is not performing that much. But the whole gist of the sound is that, you know, he don't follow nobody. And he encourages us to lead ourselves. And he's speaking about a time when certain trends were trending. Some of them still trending, actually. So he says, when the whole of Jamaica was bleaching, right? Bleaching their face. He not in that. He not following that. And of course, that has kind of subsided. It still continues with certain people, but it has subsided to some extent. And I think we have a little more renewal of consciousness in that we love ourselves for who we are naturally to some extent. And we reject that notion that fairer is more beautiful, so you had to bleach. Imagine people bleaching their dark skin to become lighter, or whatever you call that, because it don't even look proper, right? And then, you know, he sings that when everybody else pants down, right, not on the waist, his pants on his waist, because he don't follow nobody. Right, understand the power of the lyrics that he is given and the positive example we can take from it. Young people in particular suffer tremendously from peer pressure. Whatever trending, it's challenging not to fall in, because you have the ridicule of your peers. For those of us young, you have to remember, we know what the laughter of our peers sounds like, right? And we know how it feels not to be in. You wanna be loved. You wanna be in. You wanna be, you wanna fit in. Sometimes you have not really found yourself as yet. You're still on that struggle of understanding yourself, and you are at a sensitive stage where trends, style, fashion, not just clothing, but culturally, actions, things you see, impact you, in a major way. If everybody drinking, you want to drink. If everybody doing something, you want to do that too. And therefore, we have a responsibility as being elders and parents and leaders to try and set trends in a positive way. And we have that power. The radio stations across Trinidad and Tobago have the power to set certain trends. Our cultural icons, our artists, film as well. We have some powerful young people doing video and film and stuff nowadays. They have the ability to set trends. Right? Junior Lee, I had to talk to Junior Lee because he might bring back licks, because one of his characters always beating his son now. And yes, it's a skit and it's whatever, but for adults, young adults along that age pattern, age group, when you look at what they're speaking about, when they view the videos, some of them saying, it's true, we really need to start to whoop them children backside more. Understand the power I want us all to understand how we shape a society. You know, as we grapple as well to understand what our Prime Minister is trying to do. And we also come together to make an input in what we want to do and what we want to shape in our society. And it can't be that we just leave it to the careless, reckless, who don't care, who have no time with the children, you know, to set the trends. All you know what I'm talking about? In some schools, the children who set some of the trends, because, I don't know, negativity sometimes easy to pick up now, are ones who come from homes and backgrounds that are not really solid. And they lead in the pack. They have leadership skills, but they have no guidance at home. So problems. So problems. So they are the cool kid. They are the, and if your child does not have that ability to lead and not follow, pressure sometimes. Pressure. I have somebody they used to call magician, right? I just giving all a quick story. He carrying all kind of other people to do nonsense, like crime, robbery, whatever. But when it goes really sour, he's the magician. He getting out. And who with him? Problems. Lock up, shoot, jail, all kind of problems with them. But he somehow, he's the magician. He getting out. So if we don't find a way to really help our children understand that they should lead and not follow, and we don't set and reinforce and reinforce and reinforce positive trends and understanding, the current, the tide of nonsense, of negativity, and the weakness and the stupidity of youth will catch them. Will catch them. So, you know, we really have to actively do our job. Love, my utmost respect and love to all the teachers, guidance counselors, you know, anybody in childcare and that form of love. That is a profession, is called a profession, but is really love. Well, it's supposed to be. You know, good morning to you all. Thank you all for logging in, for tuning in. If somebody knows a teacher, anybody in those fields as well, shout them out and give them that love and that respect, because those people are gold. But we have some trendsetters in our society. We have some leaders in culture, and we must actively direct that culture in a positive direction. I don't know how that's so hard. Like I wonder sometimes what our leaders are really engaged in. You know, yes, there's economic aspect to your country to run. Brilliant, and that's challenging at times. Things to do, infrastructural work. Brilliant, that is important as well. Foreign relations, tremendous, you know. MP Nicholas in Beijing and Shanghai representing us. Mr. Sobers in CARICOM meetings as well representing us. But what about this social, cultural responsibility, this development of human beings? Morning, my brother. Welcome.
Morning, Mr. Abu. Everything cool?
Yeah, man. Everything good, man. Blessings.
Yeah, the terror speaking to you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Explain something to me without we you're talking about. Explain the we because we have different races in this little land here, and the other race that we have, the things is working for them. So explain when you say the we, specify who we're really talking about. Because something is working for the other races, the 1%, the 2%, the no percent. So explain that we, Pamela. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Sure. Right. When I say we, I mean all are we. It ain't no specification because regardless of your race, you're subjected to peer pressure same way. And there are young people in every race, creed, class who struggle, who are led in their schools and otherwise towards negative behavior. I ain't asking you, I telling you, it are delinquent people from, especially delinquent children and adults from every single social class, color, creed, race. Maybe some of them have the economic ability to cover up what they do. Some of them have the economic ability to hide whatever flaws the children, etc. But it afflicts us all. Obviously, and I agree totally that among the lower social classes, among those people who pay less attention to their children because they are engaged in survival, those people who work for $1,200 a fortnight, who are actively engaged in trying to get, 10 days, something small, whatever, just to survive. Obviously, those at-risk families also have challenges with the guidance and upbringing of their children. Worse yet, you come from communities where there is a culture that is negative and they are allowed or they take part in that culture and people misguide them from home, and then they take that and they carry it to school, and it's a whole mess, right? I see some people listening and watching from the United States and stuff, and they have tremendous challenges as well with their youth. Even in the UK as well, while I studied in England, they aggressively sought to make interventions into youth culture because they saw some real distressing youth culture in terms of violence, in terms of behavior that is not becoming of a civil society. Sometimes in the UK, in certain communities, you have to be careful as well how you talking to the children because they will attack you. No, for real. It's like there are parents who, when they're in their groups, I don't want to call the children gangs, right? You don't talk nice to them because they will disrespect you. And that is because a destruction and a degradation of culture. That is because we as parents, as leaders, fail. We're paying attention to all kind of other things. We're not putting the impact and the focus on that level and that guidance. We're studying more to provide them with things. And the plethora of things, giving them a set of things and this is actually counterproductive. They fail to understand the necessity of earning. They fail to understand the necessity of earning. They fail to understand the necessity of working hard for what you want. So, just to answer that caller, I know what kind of bacchanal he tried to start in my program early. What kind of thing is that? About which creed or race but we do understand it have certain trends, and those trends are consistent with socioeconomics, right? As well. Because it is a fact. It is a fact that those people who are generally lower income and have strained families, they face so much challenges as well in terms of ability to guide and shape the children that come from those families as well. And we have a task to understand that challenge and to ameliorate the situation, to fix it. If we know that have a problem, I mean, as if we care to, eh? Because I feel sometimes like we run a model in this society where we don't really care too much about certain people. I know if all you understand what I'm saying there, right? Like we don't really care too much about some people. We are comfortable leaving a sector of our society behind until they attack us. Until the cancer that we leave in our body to spread start to affect us so much that our life is threatened by it. Then all of a sudden, what we want to do, cut it off, get rid of it, kill it, destroy it. We're calling it all kind of names, but it is part of us. It's part of what we have left to flourish in an absence of care, in an absence of love. And that is why I really advance now, and I will continuously advance it, that it is the responsibility of any wise leader to ensure that all of your society is at a certain level. That's the best situation for peace, prosperity, for harmony. But as soon as you allow, and some people create it as well, in my opinion, the last administration created even bigger gaps between haves and have-nots. In my opinion, they decimated the middle class. They decreased the middle class, increased the upper class, and, well, totally neglected those on the lowest income levels, right? That's my opinion. And I am sure that it is statistically supported. But any responsible leader who cares for the society at all will understand that everyone has to be lifted. Will understand that it is through this greater equality that social cohesion will take place. And your kids would not hide from my kids. And I would not be able to go out at night. And I would not to pay all the money that you gain more. You know, you have to pay a bodyguard to walk behind your child wherever they go, even if they go into a function with other children. What sense is that? That's the type of society you prefer? You know, so we just have to think, and we have to stimulate thought, and we have to have conversations on this level. That we don't remain in the gutter. Let us, those who are strong and those who are outside of the pit, let we pull people out and up. Let we pull people up and out. Let we give people a hand up. And we give people an elevation. Like we do like Modi did. 171 million people raised out of extreme poverty. That's achievements. Like we do like Ibrahim Traore doing in Burkina Faso, in the land of upright men. I mean, Trinidad and Tobago is home and I love and a good name too, eh? But land of upright men is a hell of a name for a country, eh? In the name alone, it inspires a certain level of positivity, of strength. Let we do like him and lift your society and engender production and get people who had a capacity towards destroying to help build. We could do that. We can do that. And it will cost us less. Instead of policing them, instead of taking care of them in the prison, instead of the judiciary and you're spending millions of dollars there, let us spend the money to guide. Let us engage with the cultural leaders of our society. Like we bring Chronics to sing something good now. Because we not follow nobody. I could have related right away with Chronics, one of my more liked artists. And we had to encourage our young ones to listen. We not follow nobody. We'll be back shortly.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Are you searching for answers to life's questions? Those things that disturb and concern you the most? Why all the wickedness? Why the suffering in the world? Will it end? Who is responsible? Well, if so, join us right here on The Street 91.9 FM every Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. with Brother Samuel Gooding and Roland White, where we open the Bible and find answers to all these things and more. For it is written, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God."
Whatever you want, it's at Comfort Inn and Suites. We have it all. Buffet breakfast and a $99 lunch specials. Tuesday date night, Wednesday ladies night, Friday karaoke, and Saturday barbecue. Celebrate your birthday, anniversary, or just treat yourself to a night out. Pamper yourself at the spa or book a day room to rest and retreat. We have it all at Comfort Inn and Suites. Find us on social media. Call 612-3835 or WhatsApp 466-2478. Comfort Inn and Suites.
When your corporate event needs more than just food, it needs an experience. A Michelin experience. From mouth-watering buffet spreads to beautiful packed takeaway boxes, the Michelin Experience Limited delivers more than just wheels. We deliver flavor. We deliver satisfaction. We deliver excellence straight to your boardroom. Whether it's a conference, board meeting, or a retirement function, go beyond basic. Go bold. Go Michelin Experience Limited. Call us now at 1-868-474-2250 or follow us on social media at Michelin Experience. Great food, exceptional service every time.
Get hot this summer. Oh no, we mean HUT, as in hot days mean hot deals with Pizza Hut. Get one large pizza plus single breadsticks for only $135, or go bigger with two large pizzas, family breadsticks, and cinnamon rolls for just $290. All your favorite pizzas with all the toppings you love all summer long. So head to the Hut and get your hot deals while this offer is super hot. Pizza Hut, now that's delivering.
This week, one can enjoy Junior Heritage on July 9th at the Shore Park Complex from 9 a.m. The grand opening gala is on July 10th at the Shore Park Complex from 7 p.m. The Heritage Food Fair Reminiscence on July 11th at the Scarborough Esplanade from 10 a.m. Northside Passion at Castara Beach Facility, July 12th from 11 a.m.
Lie down, girl, it's not time to go home yet. We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. Play way fast cash, that is the fit. We rollin' big. Fast cash and play way take win. No extra spend, there's vibes and luck. Play way and fast cash turn up. We rollin', yes, we rollin' big. Fast cash and play way take win. Mega mix some monster big. Jackpot from 10,000 quick.
Jackpots starting at $10,000 have now been added to NLCB's Playway and Fast Cash games. Wager on Playway Mega Mix or Fast Cash Monster Draw for a chance to win the jackpot after every draw. Don't miss out. Visit NLCBGames.com for details. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on The Street 919 FM radio. Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. Good morning again to Trinidad and Tobago. Right? Voices on the street, where we have the voices of people, ordinary people, you could say. Don't feel because some of them have radio names and stuff as well that they so special, right? It's, all of us is just ordinary people sharing our views. Some of us have thought about life for some time. Some of us are a little bit older, so we have experienced certain things. Some of us are going through life as parents, as workers, as business owners, as leaders, in whatever capacity. And we all have something to share in terms of our opinions on the matters that face us. So 34200814665391. Don't be shy, or you could share right here on Facebook, on YouTube, because we are streaming live. You know, and someone is saying plant the land, and of course that is an important part of it, which we have encouraged here as well. And I saw some other comments as well. Alright, Trinidad and Tobago promises to give the blueprint for Code for Life. Alright, trauma and abuse have a lot to do with it, of course, because Trinidad and Tobago, through our challenges over time, has been afflicted, right? We all, in life, there's pain and trauma, and we have to find ways to deal with it, of course. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Abubakar.
Hey, morning. Welcome.
Thanks again. I heard you this morning, and I'm very impressed. You sound like a professional social worker involved in community work.
Far from professional, but yeah, I try my best.
You understand the issues.
Yeah.
And you have defined the problem, you identified and you have gone on to not just define it, identify and define the problem, but offer the kind of
solutions that may assist, yeah.
That is necessary to resolve the problem, those problems that we have, the social problems, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but there was no real serious attempt to deal with those social problems over the years.
Yeah.
And getting into the community, I always say that get into the communities. That is where you have to go.
Yeah.
There's something that was developed years ago. They talk about, we used to have it here. It's something that was, in Britain you have community development. In America you have what you call community organizing. Right?
Yeah.
And that is what they're for. Because they understand that in depressed communities, poor communities, they are vulnerable. Poverty, unemployment, crime, delinquency, all these things, health problems, all these things pervade or endemic in those communities, and you need to help those people. And that is why they came up with social safety nets and whatnot to access the most vulnerable. Why are we not doing that here?
Yeah.
And to me, that is part of the reasons for the problem, the crime, and all these things there,
For sure.
All the problems that you see in schools, and they introduce social workers. They are to go, they work with the schools, and their task is to work with the parents of the children, work with the teachers, and work with the students. So if the teacher identify a child who is not performing well, a child who, when they come and they bow their head and they sleep in whole time, they're going to either and refer that person to the social worker who would do interviews and whatnot, find out what is the problem.
Yeah.
Because you see symptoms, and from there you go on to you interview the parents. Sometimes that child can't sleep in the night because he lives in a dysfunctional home.
Yeah.
He's not performing well. And you understand that there's no food because in the early days you weren't around then. When you go to school, when you enter the school, they had milk and biscuits and all that. We didn't know, I didn't know what I thought was just given. But they understood, the colonial people, that is where they inherited from. They knew that when a child, you need to have a food, you need to be, satisfied, nutrition.
Yeah.
Because you can't focus, you can't concentrate if you're hungry. And we know that too.
Yeah.
You can't sit down in a class and you're hungry, you can't focus, you can't study, you can't internalize anything. And they design all these things. You have children who are dyslexic, they're not the slow learners, and therefore they need special treatment. So the social worker the teacher will identify them, refer them to the social worker, and they deal with that. When the social worker may in fact interview other people, and they may realize what is the problem, and they would deal with the parents. They may realize that this is a broken home, this is a dysfunctional home, bacchanal in the house, that child can't study,
Yeah.
And they may make further
recommendations,
but we're not dealing with that.
No.
Understand that you need
There's too much. I feel there's too much work. They're just not interested in the human being to that extent.
And when these things start to erupt now, bad behavior all about, and that behavior, the social worker ought to get into it. Those children who are misbehaving, that is part of the social worker, the school social worker responsibility,
Yeah.
Get onto the family, get onto the parents, get on to what is
Nah, forget that. In this society, buy some more vehicles for the police, give them some more bullets to shoot, and give a grant for burial of the children, and preach, as so many people preach on social media, etc. Kill them, pests. Hey, I telling all you, I don't want to hear all you. Don't stay off of my feed with those types of stupid comments and that ignorant, backward thinking that killing the young people who we leave to stray is going to better our society. I don't know.
Just give me 1 second again.
Yeah.
And because you spoke about England. England in the 1980s, they had problems probably with the adjustment of black children in England. All in London, West London, all in Bristol and all those countries. You had a riot there. Black riot. Those people were burning down Birmingham and all these places. And the fact remains, they went in and they realized what was the problem with the black youth, the problem of adjustment. They can't, in terms of the British, they were teaching and the children weren't
assimilating.
Right. And therefore, what they sought to do was to bring social workers and teachers from Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
They brought them from Jamaica, the Caribbean, because they were the culture and the background and whatnot was similar. So they identify a problem and they move to resolve the problem. They didn't leave it there. They sought to solve it. And when people have problems and you identify problems in a society, you have to deal with it. When you put government in power, you put governments in power to solve problems, to solve the economic problems, unemployment, health, all these different things. And when nothing is done, the whole society will collapse.
Yeah.
So people better these governments better become busy in terms of solving this. Otherwise, this place would always be the way it is. And probably it would worsen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And this is the reason why right away to really tackle crime and to make the changes that we all want to see, like to get the results, it just would not happen that way. It cannot. Yes, you can make gradual improvements by certain detection and the police acting in a better manner and the judiciary working a little better and other things. But the core of the issue, the core problems in this society, the socio problems, have to be tackled. We have to look at people. And we have to fix the people. It is people that make up your society. We have to fix the greed. We have to fix the inequality. We have to fix the corruption. We have to fix the lack of value for life. We have to fix the morals and the spiritual underpinnings that just shaky. Like somebody quoted under, this whole discussion about increasing the age for the consumption of alcohol, the legal age, and marijuana use and gambling. I mean, something had to be done because our young people, they head shaking. Right? For some of us who understand that term. And are listening to a different frequency. And it's really a different frequency, the other day. Because I try to understand what's going on too. I interact with the youths. I look at them. I pay attention to them. And many of them, if not all, they follow in. And whatever is trending and is told to them is trending, they're following them trends. So who you going to blame? You're blaming them or you're blaming the people who creating the trends? And they laugh and they say, activo, right? And activate wherever you talk. Understand what's going on with them. Where they get shaking up a bottle of champagne and popping it, that's not them. They learn that behavior. Who tell them that this dressing this way is what is in? Who tell them you have to drink to have a good time? Who tell them you have to smoke and pop 2 pills or whatever? Who telling them that? Who reinforcing it through the music? Who encouraging the violence within the society? Who telling you you are somebody if you have things, and if you ain't saying nothing, you ain't saying nothing. I'm a translator. I used to have to translate for my father sometimes, right? With this younger language or whatever. And I out it too. I am cognizant of the fact. I am aware that I really understand 100% their language because they have a different language, right? Every so often they come up with new words and new codes and new things so that they could speak and the elders and the parents don't understand. I'm convinced maybe that's what they're doing. Young people so intelligent. They have a code of their own so that even when they're around you and they speak in English, but they speak in wherever they're talking, you still can't understand unless you make it your business to understand. If we don't shape a better society, then we are doomed. Our children might not be our exact biological children if you are able, against the grain, to sort yourself and your family out. And that's a good step. Tremendous step. But our children, by extension of our country, are going to rob us, are going to push us down and take our bag. Morning, brother. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey,
Hope
welcome,
all is
man.
well with you today.
Yeah, blessings, man.
I listen to the conversation you're having there, but you see the one where you're thinking with the youths, with the drinking thing. That is why I have a problem with. I hope the population ain't getting carried away by taking in that and forming size. This one have this one feel that way and the other one feel the other way, and it's clashing. And while we doing that, the Syrian going with all the land on Chagaramas, taking over buildings in Port of Spain. You know, stop looking at these passport pictures and start looking at the screen. That is why I keep saying, let us start looking for a third party from now.
What land in Canada?
So anytime the government should swing left, we have option.
But what land you're talking about in?
Go back to PNM, and if you don't want to go back to PNM, and we're not putting thing in place to keep PNM out. It don't mean that we have to vote for UNC next time or not vote for them. You know. We're voting for who we think will do a better job. And if the UNC doing a good job, we leave them there. If they're not doing a good job, it's not that we vex with PNM and we vote back, we vex with UNC and vote back PNM. We're not going along that road again. The party politics not working for Trinidad and Tobago. We have to start thinking about country. And you see, the minute you want to pass law for the youth to not to do this or not to do that, then self they will start to do things because they will get inquisitive. This thing was never a problem all the time. Why is it a problem now? Why every government feel that anytime they're in office, they must control your behavior? That's colonial thinking. A 21-year-old is an adult. You want to control a 21-year-old? Man, that's foolishness. I don't agree with that at all. I find they should look at the bigger picture and stop looking at the passport picture. Put things in place, we're really bringing benefit to the country. Don't go at low-hanging fruit. It's too early to go at low-hanging fruit. I have a problem with that. And if say thing on your station because words trying to come out the mouth and are trying to hold it back.
Yeah, just right.
Anyway,
What?
Trinidad and Tobago, pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on in the country. Don't get distracted with this foolish little stupid little law here and let the bigger things slip through your fingers. If you was doing this before with the PNM might still be in office because we letting them know where they're going wrong. But if you're letting them know that anything to do is okay, we have problem. And I putting up our flag one time. Just our pop flag with the independent, I putting up our flag one time. Have a blessed morning.
Yeah, I understand your opinion 100%. And I was trying to engage you while I was on the line as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Right, you're still there. Yeah. I understand your direction towards the freedom of the individual. And but it is important. It is important for our youth that we guide them in the right direction. And sometimes when we set laws, we know that in certain ways there will be gray areas where they would not be adhered to 100%, but it is shaping the mind for them to understand, hey, this is not really a good thing now. Because when you legalize and you decriminalize and other things, sometimes you send the false message that is the good thing to do, is the right thing to do, nothing, you understand? And they confuse legality with what is good. So, and
that's why I believe in. That's why I believe in. He said it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah.
Remember, we in 2025, the youth, the thinking of the youth today is not like long ago.
We say that we say that I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, there's a lot that remains the same. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but education is the key. You have education, but you don't have to ban education. Watch me. We come here for a short space of time, right? And it's good to experience everything. No, well, not everything, you know, but it's good to experience certain things to make an informed decision. If you don't experience something, how you can know if it's bad or good? Because as somebody tell you that or they pass a law to force you to make that decision.
Well, yes.
I don't agree with that at all.
I understand what you're saying there too, but yes, in some terms, you find out what is good and bad by guidance, not by experience alone. You know, but I understand your liberal thinking as well. That is the kind of, I understand what you're saying as well.
That making me feel that we still under slavery.
And I understand.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, I understand your the importance you place on freedom. Thanks, my brother.
Yeah. All right. Have a blessed one.
You too, man. I understand the importance that he places on freedom, and he hit the nail on the head when he said education. After the call, I'll explain. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning. That fella that keep calling for this third party thing. So he don't know he could start up his own party to be part of a third party.
Hey, that my caller, boy. You talking about my party, boy. Relax yourself now, man. Don't worry.
And your party talking about?
Had to be my party talking about. We talking about again.
Your party, no. But he keep trying to force something that you could create for yourself with a little wisdom.
Now
if I bring a third party and I'm calling a man like he, I want you to run a department of foolishness for me. At the end of that.
Come, behave yourself now, man.
Right. I think, but he keeps saying the same foolish thing over and over with us.
I wouldn't say it foolish. I understand where he come from. But you go ahead with your point.
I know when you're really hearing it over and over, that, so it's something foolish. But what is working with other races, I'm saying race, because I just want to get the message clear. In this society, that is not working with the African race.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it is working with these other races. I ain't saying it's perfect. They are bad in all of them, right?
Yeah.
But something is working more with them than our race. So we need to kind of watch that too. I feel, I know one of the main things I know is prayers and religion that has boiled down a lot of things from people. But we don't have a lot of that within the system. But we want it to work. Consciousness, prayers, God. That is the main thing in the system.
Facts. Working for some people.
Yeah. So you have to get that message. Oh, why? Because you're listening?
Yeah, carefully.
Yeah, but why I say, because I keep hearing you saying we. And all of we should have that,
yeah.
But I know it's specifying and nothing. But you have to also what is working for the, as you call the 1%, the Chinese, the Mexican, something is working for them that is not working for we.
Yeah.
So we need to watch that.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day, you and the family.
You too, man. Yeah. So I definitely I'll talk about it when I'm after the call. Morning. Good morning, brother.
Hey, morning, brother. Goodness every time, and morning to listeners.
You know, I don't like how your last caller tried to belittle the caller before his contribution, because not everybody have that vocabulary capacity and able to articulate for every single person who is listening to understand. Nonetheless, the gentleman have a very salient point, because if we do not organize ourselves as a population to be able to take it to whatever political party is there governing us, then we will remain in this cycle of what I call ping pong politics, where we're not voting in people, we are just voting out people with the other option that is available to us. And if we do not try to strengthen our next political force and include them into this race of politics, then we really will be spinning it up in the mud, you know.
Yeah.
And as they coin it, the lesser of evil will always prevail. Which means evil will always prevail.
Evil is still evil, yeah.
Exactly. So we have to determine in our minds that we are willing to take it to whichever political party, whichever politician is operating in contrary to our betterment here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, 100%.
In previous incarnations of all these parties, they have been found wanting. Fortunately, right now this government is making steps in line with what seems to be best for the country. Not everything will be an easy decision, but we still have to remain eternally vigilant.
Yeah. That is the true price you have to pay for democracy, and creating proper options is essential. So he have a serious point. I can't disagree with him at all.
Yes, the man have a very, very serious point.
And here I want to extend as well. One of the reasons why Trinidad and Tobago has supported the United National Congress coalition is because of coalition. It's because it still has that element of reaching out to beyond what is traditional to it.
Element of inclusivity.
Yes. I wouldn't deal with them if they wasn't like that.
Yeah, it's not the arrogance of PNM. We win alone, so we go in alone, we win alone.
Yeah.
But when you lose alone now, they're trying to call out persons to march who you was blocking from marching before.
Yeah.
You have a big heart for the people who the videos were showing that the contractors making it mandatory come out on this and come to this rally.
Yeah.
Or else they wouldn't have your job in the next day.
I want to call some contractors' name, brother, but between me and you, some of the communities that I worked in, they was begging to get rid of some of them contractors, and they still happy that these changes are being made because those contractors advantage them.
You know what's the funny thing, brother? Some people want to pretend like they don't know what ghost gang is. That exists all over the country where persons join money under false pretense.
Yeah.
It are people in prison, the ID card is being used to draw money from CPEP.
Yeah.
It are people who in serving a day on the job, the ID card is being used to draw money from CPEP.
Yeah.
So if the government is taking a decision to clean it up, maybe they could have tried a different method where the workers still at work and the contractors is stop or whatever, but nonetheless, the government took action, and in my opinion, they're still in the grace period.
Yeah.
They are still in the grace period.
And I know even extending that grace period talk, they have to do what they have to do to make certain changes. I'll be real with you. And these changes are essential. I cannot be upset when I spoke to some of the program directors and the people who are making some of the changes. I cannot be upset if they are changing something that is supposed to serve the poor, and instead of serving the poor, 2-3 people collecting 40 ghosts for themselves, and them people have money, and you taking away money from a mother and poor people who in the program who should be doing something meaningful and gaining the full pay. I can't really, what you could say about that? I can't say that don't have to change. It have to change.
Yes, and if they create a system where they eliminate the use of the contractors and just deal with the workers directly to save us some of that money that they're leaking out in corruption, by all means.
Brother, let me tell you
by all
something.
means.
I did a project, I executed a project for the government in one of the more difficult communities, right? And the normal people in this community was begging me to pay them directly. Because if they pay go through certain elements, some of them ain't sure to see the pay. You understand what I'm telling you?
Correct.
And these people is good people. Understand that it have people within communities who they don't want to be led or advantaged by somebody who call themselves boss. They don't want to be advantaged by some PNM or whatever entity that is there.
Sometimes it's for their own safety. It's not everybody in a position like everyone else. Some people just going along for their own safety. For their own survival.
So I understand what does go on as well. Who want to subscribe to that? That is all your business. All you go ahead. But it have normal people who want to work and don't want to be taken advantage of. You have to set up the system in a way that those people could work and could receive the $800, the $1,000 that could do something for their children. I have to support that. We had to cut it back. And if you think that you some kind of fat cat some way and you want a set of money for yourself to run wherever, to do this, to do that, then work for it. Organize yourself and work for it. Don't take it from poor people. The program designed for poor people. Jeez, man.
And let me just say this before I leave, Bob. You see, if CPEP had everything in order, then we could afford to vex if the government taking this step. But they don't have their things in order. 6 years and you're not filing your audits or whatever it is. Come on, you're leaving grounds for the government to do what they have to do.
Yeah. And
so I cannot be upset at the government taking a step. It's the same thing with the restructuring of Petrotin. You understand? But it's kind of different.
Well, I wouldn't say it's the same thing, because what they did with Petrotrin is lies, telling me about a cleaner making 70,000, telling me about this. They come and perpetuate a set of lies in the public for poor people to hate and to be angry with working people in Petrotrin and then to destroy it.
It had too much conflicting reports in Petrotrin. The freedom of information saying one thing, and then the government ministers saying the next thing, and they just expect you to believe what the government is saying. But I look forward to listening, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much for the conversation. Yeah. Good morning, caller, and welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, 2 points actually I want to just touch on, right? You see this people saying that all these people workers have this the single parents and poor people program that everybody come saying that it's against the government and because they take all these contracts, right? Let me tell you something, people and people who are very honest and they live in communities, they will see that these contractors, not only, they don't do really all the work in the environment and in the area, They carry these people home, these people come to the yard, the people paying the fence, the government money paying these workers, right? And the people, right now in one of the areas where they have the people workers planting a lady garden who have a contract. So it's a lot of wrongdoings in the CPAP industry that they need to really clean up. And I agree with the fact that if you work in a community and the contractor in your community, hire the people in that community. But let them get paid for doing the work in the community, not by the contractor house, not by the contractor brother house, sister house, mother house, and that's what these people do.
Yeah.
So those are the things that we know. We live in the community and we see it ourselves, other than the other bubble. So let me tell you something too, right? You see the ages where she is the age for consuming alcohol and gambling and things. That is trying to bring back some discipline and all. They want to already done and addicted because they have been doing it for so long and it was legal to do it, the next generation that's coming up, we wouldn't have that problem because now they have a law in place and force to make sure that you don't go down the road of the youth today. I have 4 sons, you know, and no matter what you telling them, these guys and them, they have their friends, and because it's legal, why they tell them they use it? No, it's legal now. The law says you could do. Al-Wari, the first time my son smoked marijuana, Al-Wari gave me permission to do it. Let me tell you, and it caused me real stress to kind of bring them back and guide them back. I mean, they're older now, so they get them to the age of reason. But let me tell you, in the long run, you're saving the future children, you know, who coming up after now, because it's not easy to do these things that they were doing before. So law is in a place of discipline, you know, to bring back some form of discipline. All right, sir. Have a good day.
All right, thank you very much. And I want to speak on the topic and just reference one of the callers before, right, who was very, very clear in terms of education. So while I understand the thinking behind law, what is even more effective is our ability to educate our children so that they make good decisions. That is the key. The key is not law. The key is that education. The key is that knowledge of self, that knowledge of your creator, so that you keep yourself in line. Good morning, caller.
Good program as usual. Peace and blessings to everyone, man.
Yeah, man. Peace and blessings to you too and yours.
You know, the guy mentioned something about Petruchin, but David Abdullah had a very good release before the election concerning everything about Petruchin and what caused them to be the problem and so on, and these loans that Rowley had right out from Malcolm Jones and whatever, when we could have recovered a lot of money and so on. But that's beside the point. Keep up the good work and thing, but I was very disappointed in a situation there with the Prime Minister. Because, I mean, nothing wrong with if whatever we want to do is up to me, but you come to speak to the nation, well, on your Monday night forum, and like you were a little tipsy, there were certain words you were not pronouncing properly and things. If you're in that kind of state, you should probably, I mean, what she said was very good. She had very good points and so on that she came out with. But she probably was under the influence of something. I don't know what, but it was not good for the nation at all.
Right. I didn't notice that. I was at the Monday night forum. I listened to a lot of what was said. I did have some side conversations while she was speaking, so I can't say all. I did also look back at some of the footage. I'm not sure. I would check again. I don't think so. I didn't think she would take a little bit and then come and change the legal limit for drinking.
If you look at it properly, I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, all of us, but I take a little drink, we'll do whatever.
I think there's, because we have been told something over and over and over again, we harbor certain perceptions sometimes, and we see sometimes.
I watched it properly, and there was certain pronunciation of certain words. If you watch it good, you would see.
Yeah.
Especially right? But that beside the point, that's minor. I mean, to me. But you have very good points. I see the, you know, this guy brought up some very good point. This Maharaj guy would, you know, since so much flights has come to Trinidad for Carnival, all the flights will be booked. If we could do something a little better to encourage the tourism, well, diversify the economy now.
Yes, of course, yeah.
We had the worst prime minister that this country ever experienced, that was just seen about themselves and didn't care not more the nation could see. Right? Good. So now that we have these things going, we had some very good points coming up and things. And once the people can really see ourselves as Trinidadians, right? And let's move forward and take in the country, because if all these flights could sell out for Carnival, right? Good. I have a sister who's working at a travel agency in Canada. all this like will be booked so long before people don't start to book for next year carnival already, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? So if it is that we can enhance, you know,
all year round,
you know, we could do something a lot better.
Thank you very much.
Take care, keep up your good work, man, and peace and blessings to everyone.
Same to you, brother. Yeah. Go to answer. I'm trying to answer this one and like the phone I want to answer. I feel I know why the phone don't want to answer, you know. Oh gosh. If I see the call again, I'll take it, right? Good morning.
That was my call, yes?
Nah, not your call. Nah, it's I can't remember his name, but he calling back after that next fella give him some trouble now. So I feel like why the phone get in trouble.
That is the a fella that's selling George Street.
Yeah, go ahead. Morning, go ahead.
Let me say this. I think that back I do think that the last caller was singing a little thing too. He was singing you would. So I don't.
Me ain't studying now, you know. I didn't studying that.
I don't understand that kind of statement.
Yeah, don't study that. Don't study that.
Low blow and talking about you can deceitfulness is one of the things that doesn't take, that doesn't like.
And sometimes let's just take the positive out of his contribution. Otherwise, his contribution was positive. So
it wasn't no positive from his contribution whatsoever. Once he started to go down that road and trying to say how
don't study that.
The Prime Minister of Trinidad Tobago speaking to the public and it's higher on kind of thing. I can't support that. I can't take nothing from that.
Yeah.
I don't even realize that brainwash from Dr. Rowley.
Yeah. They repeat the same thing over and over to us.
Yeah, that's a peep. So I can't take nothing from a person once they start so from the beginning.
Yeah.
Go
ahead and make your contribution. Don't give it life. Ignore it. Don't give it life.
As you say that if somebody high, they'll come and say they will raise the legally so drinking.
Yeah.
What's your problem is that she going after the rum, so they get mad.
If she high, she will come and say, yeah, what's going on? From 10 years old, 15 years old, we drinking.
Yes.
We drinking.
Free drinking. But the system party, I think that, wow, it is a thing feel Trinidad and Tobago so much of time. Because since some COP time to ILP, previous of your party now, only when election time we see the third parties coming forward. During the year, we do not see what they're doing, what they're saying, but after election come, you see a third force. Because look right now, two persons form a party, it's a third party in the world, and it's gaining attraction. One in Guyana, there is a election one take place there in September the 1st. There is a young Muslim fella, East Indian fella, named by name of Muhammad. And Muhammad been doing a very good work for the last 2-3 years. I followed him on Facebook. He been doing a very good job. I see he's been going into the community where nobody even want to go. And I never know Guyana so big. And I never know Guyana have about four race. African, Amerindians, Indians, First People. I never know Guyana so big to have all these races and then in the it's a community in Guyana with only Africans and it's only Amerindians. When they go and you have to cross some place to meet them and say, man, wow, it's like a different world over there. And this young Muslim fella, businessman who right now the government attacking, charging for tax invasion. I think the Americans have him under sanction. But that is the work he's been doing, as I said. I follow the man, I said, nah. Right? I started to see the man work and he's helping poor people. And I think that today his party is no party called WIN. in Guyana, I think that he's going to make a great impact. He's going to break that two-system party there in Guyana, where today they are calling, not only party, but they are calling Granger Party, the former president of Guyana, to join him party, because they have a problem with the present president of Guyana, where they say that African people in Guyana is getting victimized in Guyana because of the wherever religion and wherever thing and wherever. But they are saying it in Guyana that they are getting victimized. So I believe that this new party in Guyana, it will make a difference because he's been on the ground. He's been talking to the people, he's been working with the people, because I see the government went by his house to see some millionaires cars. They have about 5 millionaires cars in the house. And the people of Guyana, all different races, surround that man mansion, they live in a mansion, a multi-million dollar mansion. These people surround that mansion, and they demand the government to turn around and leave the vehicles. And I now see that Trump partner, Elon Musk, form a party, a new party. They call the American People Party. And I think that that party might make like a bacchanal in the United States because he has $20 billion, and it might damper some Congress seats and some Senate seats because he'll be spending his money big time. I know he's a technology man, so he know the numbers, he know the system very good. So he could also play with the system, because I will tell you the secret there. When the election was coming in America, Elon Musk was on a computer. And before BBC, CNN had the result, Elon Musk, the Don was telling Trump, hey, this is the win. We win here. We win so, because he was on the computer. Just thinking, he said nothing, he was just like a robot on the computer. So Elon Musk played a great part there. Don't get careful that a great part of taking numbers and putting it together.
Yeah, so finish your point. So you're saying third parties have a hope, because you're saying one hand, and I taken umbrage, you know.
The parties don't have no hope if they come every 5 years for election. Only so they have a hope is if they work, like, or also, if they have a government, where's the third party voice? Where's Makira family and all this, and all this? But well, I know you are linked to the partnership.
Yeah, I working hard with the.
But that wasn't that. Where is the third party voice for them? They're not seeing them. So when there's local election next year or TJ, then they go see them. So they can't wait every 3 years to come forward. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Thanks. No problem at all. And from your alluding to two major parties in other countries, America with Mr. Musk now starting some party and win in Guyana, obviously you have a good understanding that both of those new parties would have tremendous economic resources to do continual work and to get continual press and publicity. But there's social media as well now, so I agree with you. Serious viable forces, third forces, whatever you want to call them, need to be continual with their work. You get back in now, but I give you a little while to cool off. Don't take on that, man, you know.
All right. No, I'm not taking him on.
Right.
I want to say, right, that what Kamala is doing, I fully behind my Prime Minister.
Right.
I'm behind the government.
Yeah.
But with the Monday Night Forum, I had a problem with the statement that she was making about the drinking thing.
Yes, and we understand your point, and I agree in terms of your liberalism. I understand where you are, and I also want to quote what you said. Education is the key so that people could make the right decisions. You could police and you could police, you could illegal and you could illegal. If you don't educate people to make the right choices, they could just hide and do the wrong thing. So,
exactly, because these same people who want to pass these laws, they were young at one time. And they were doing the same thing that the youths doing now. So why come down on them now? Education is the thing. But besides that thing, I also want to apologize to the dashboard, bobblehead, dotis, sycophant that call to ridicule the thing that I was saying. You see, it's people like them that have the country in the way it's in right now. I also want to apologize to him for me being a straight man and not a ladies of the night. And for me to also apologize to him to not saying the things that he want to hear. You know, like when you're tracking a woman, I want to apologize to him too for that.
Have a good day. Have a good day.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye. Have a good day. That is enough apology there. Use trouble, yes. Love, right? Let us continue to try to shape our society in a positive manner, right? Let us keep our eyes on the prize, and our eyes on the prize of a better Trinidad for all of us. That has to be the goal and the ambition. I agree with people. Let us not get trapped. I am sorry for Americans, because in that two-party system, what has it produced? Trump. What has it produced? Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Yeah, morning. I don't want to take too much.
Nah, it's you, so that's why you get the last few minutes. Go ahead.
I just be short. The American politics has twisted, it's gone off.
Yeah.
And people can't use what is going on in America now as genuine politics geared towards development and that kind of thing. What you have in America right now under Trump is chaos.
Yeah.
And people have to understand that that is not a model for people to follow.
Yeah.
I don't know which government could follow that kind of leadership.
And we're saying Trump, but even pre-Trump, Biden was terrible as well.
Yes, I mean, if you look at, yes, because I judge him with respect to Gaza. 1 minute you're talking about negotiation, next thing we have $300 billion to Israel.
Yeah.
Bomb and all kind of thing going across the place. I mean, this place, the world, let me tell you something, man. This thing is so despicable, man.
Yeah.
I can't understand that the world that we live in today, like everybody lost the sense of reason, boy.
Yeah.
There's no love, there's no understanding, there's nothing, and Europe again playing sort of games with the people. You understand? Those in Europe. So I am saying that you can't judge Trump there for just another 3 years again, and probably the people of America may come to their senses. But they are driven, most of them in the South, those rednecks and the Bible, those carrying Bible and the gun, they are focused on race.
Yeah.
And that is race is what brought America with Trump,
Yeah.
And Elon Musk and those people, race. And that is destroying America.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And I have a clip from Miss Mia Motley that she recently was speaking on the same topic and the global world that we face now and the challenge that we face in this global world, and the fact that we must try now to be more resilient to cope with this madness of the world. So blessings to everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back, God willing, tomorrow. Take care.
Let's go pay some bills on the street. 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959 or 384-2232.
You want to find something great to do with your Tuesday nights? You want to learn and understand the true reason for Jesus? Then join us every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. for the program, This Same Jesus, the program that puts Jesus in his rightful place in our hearts and in our homes. Let's bring